The Merrick and Rosso podcast.
Look, there's been a lot of fuss and a lot of kick-up about the fact that these Thai elephants, which are just so boringly not being in Australia at the moment,
Yeah.
and a lot of welfare groups and animal activists are saying that they shouldn't come here, that the Thai elephants should stay where they are at the moment, which is in quarantine in Thailand, and then be released into a sanctuary there rather than go to our terrific zoos. There's a bit of a fight over it, but the problem is, though, is that it's actually an exchange. We're not just getting the elephants. It's not like we've bought them and importing them like a Nissan Silver from Japan. It's not an import deal like that. It's an exchange. It's an exchange program, and we've promised to give them some of our native animals in exchange for their native elephants.
That's only fair.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got to give them. And look, these animals that we've got are some of our greatest treasures.
They taking hot dogs.
Close. We've promised them a whole batch of some of our greatest fauna, including our cane toads, some of our beautiful native feral possums, some of our lovely water buffaloes and camels from the Northern Territory, some beautiful native feral cats,
Rabbits.
the Australian native rabbit.
Can we give them all the ibis?
Yeah, we've got a few of those going over, and there's 14,000 beautiful native feral pigs going there as well, and they're basically in gigantic containers, and we've really got to do the right thing by Thailand and give them these beautiful Australian animals to put into their zoos.
They'll
So
be
just
wrapped.
shut up and let's get the exchange over the border first. At least let's give our presents to them first.
Yes, and then we take the lovely, lovely elephants.
Yeah.
Sammy, you're the champion of the older nude model, aren't you?
Excuse me.
Well, you were saying that Sophia Loren, even though she's 72, is absolutely gorgeous in your terms.
I
Yeah,
still
and-
think she looks stunning
And
in
you
the
think
photo in the telly.
there's a place for older people posing nude. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
Yes,
I'm
you
saying
are.
That's what you've been
Sophia
saying.
Loren at the
Yeah.
age of 72 posing for the Pirelli calendar will look stunning, despite the fact that she's 72. Age is just a number. Get over it. The woman will
True.
have sex appeal until the day she dies.
Age is
Which
just
could be tomorrow. by
and
the look of
beyond.
it.
Age is just a number. Well spotted, Sammy.
It
We've
is.
got a bit of surprise for you. 65-year-old Ted's online. Ted makes drive shafts for a living, and he listens to the show. And are you
Let's
there,
just clarify
Ted?
that.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mate,
Oh, yeah, Ted.
Ted!
How you doing, honey?
Woo!
Good, thanks, mate.
I tell you what, you'll get the shock of your life.
Now, Ted, you're prepared to come in next week and pose.
Yeah, not a problem.
Have you done any modelling before, Ted?
Only on the beach a few times when I've been trying to win some girls. Many years ago, but
Yeah.
Will you be in your Speedos or in your
Speedos would be
knickers?
I might get right down to my undies.
Yeah.
Yep, awesome Speedos if you've got them, Ted.
Ted,
Are you married?
Yeah, describe your physique, Ted.
I'm only a little guy, about 60.5 kilos.
Oh, yep, you're in shape.
Yeah, not too bad.
Do you work out, mate?
No, I work out at work all day. That's all.
Right.
I start at 6 in the morning and finish at 6 at night.
Right,
Oh,
okay,
well, you know.
see.
Well,
You're always on the job.
Test
Elasticity test
on his undies?
on his underpants.
what's the elasticity test?
Sammy wants one of her requirements is that your underwear, Ted, have an elastic that works. I believe is that correct? Sammy?
Not a drama. That
Yeah.
works.
All right. Well, Ted, next week we'll see you here and you can pose for Sammy.
No problems at all.
Good on you,
Ted,
mate.
you're a bloody legend, mate. Have an awesome weekend.
You have a great weekend, mate, and you got a fantastic radio station.
Oh, thanks,
Thanks,
Ted.
Absolutely great. I won't let the blokes turn it off, I tell you now.
Can he bring me in a driver as well?
What?
You said he makes drive shafts. Are you talking about like golf clubs?
Oh, Jesus
Drivers?
Christ.
Sammy,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
can you be a Sheila just for another
Oh,
half
my
hour?
God.
It's hilarious.
Could you have just been more estrogen to go then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he makes. He makes the shafts
Yep.
for a driver.
And the oil and water fairy's going to visit your car real soon.
There's a new expression going around to describe Australian women called ocarettes.
I love this term.
Okay, so basically it's saying that Australian women are becoming more ochre and more like Australian blokes in the way that they drink more, they get drunk in public, and they behave poorly the way that we blokes do. They use foul language and they enjoy football.
And we drive aggressively, apparently.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that the women drive more aggressively in recent years than in the past.
Places to go, people to see, Mez. We're in a hurry.
Okay.
Shoes to buy.
I wouldn't be so worried if half of you weren't in 4-wheel drives, Sammy. But it is slightly more dangerous. But it's just interesting that they're taking on these things. They're saying that as a result of working in a competitive workplace with men, they need to sort of get more involved in it. So you get involved in things like footy tipping. They get involved in conversations of a more explicit nature, and it's taking on some of their bad habits too, like drinking and swearing. I don't want Aussie ladies to become too much like us blokes.
Why?
Because they're better when they're not.
Do you find it unattractive when women swear?
Oh, not really. If they swear like you or I do, Rosso, yes.
Why?
Very
Why is it
unattractive.
okay for a bloke but not for a woman?
Well, Ross and I swear too much.
I find the amount we swear unattractive, full stop.
Well, yeah.
Yep. I don't find myself attractive anymore.
Swearing is unattractive, full stop. But
It is.
I don't
And
understand
it's not
why it's
funny either,
more
or clever.
unattractive or it's less attractive on a woman than it is on a man.
I don't have a problem with it.
I think little bits of swearing I find okay, but when ladies just swear a lot, I don't find it as attractive.
I don't believe you should start growing beards. That's
No,
just
that's
me.
not. I don't
personally.
understand that. Isn't the Ocarette technically, or in theory, the perfect woman? She likes going to the footy. She'll go to the pub with you and have a beer. She'll get the jokes you tell with your mates. Isn't that the whole thing?
I don't necessarily think that I sort of like it when women don't like sport.
Yeah, I don't need my wife
What?
No, I don't need my wife to be into footy as much as I am.
If you're indifferent about sport, it wouldn't worry me. Because it means you have something for yourself.
So the fact that I'm leading the tipping competition doesn't turn you on, Rosso?
You
didn't say that.
You make me truly sick, Sammy. You really do.
Oh, come on.
How much are you going to win?
Oh, a lot. I'll give you tips for this weekend.
I'll take them. I need them.
Me too. We might work on you today, Merrick. Go on the front foot when it comes to spicing up your marriage.
Spice of Life, Nathan speaking.
Yes, hello, how are you?
Good, thanks.
I was just ringing up, I was just having a chat with my wife on the weekend. We've been married for 42 years.
Right.
And we were just talking about, bringing a little bit of spice into our marriage.
Sure.
Do you think you might be able to help me out?
I imagine so.
Okay. I was wondering if you might be able to suggest a couple of things to me.
Your best bet, mate, would be to come in and have a bit of a look around.
Okay.
Just because there's so much stuff, I sort of wouldn't really know where to begin.
Okay.
From board games, to toys and things like that, massage oils, all sorts of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, there's it's quite an extensive range, and depending on sort of how extreme you want to get, sort of cater for everything.
Well, we were hoping for something, pretty spicy. What's a pretty spicy sort of thing that we could get?
Well, I don't know, see, because you've got a different taste to what I have. But I mean, we carry
we'll-
bondage gear and all sorts of stuff.
I was thinking, I was looking for. Sorry, what's the name of your store?
Spice of Life.
Oh, I was looking for spices like chilies and cardamom seeds and whatnot.
Yeah, you're after it's the wrong place, mate. I'm sorry.
I think I might have called. This is not like a spices shop, is it? At all?
No, it's not.
I just wanted to try some chilies or something.
No.
What sort of things do you sell in board games?
All sorts of things, mate. You'd have to come in and have a look. It's an adult store.
Okay. Do you have giant black doors?
Yes.
How big?
As big as you want.
Well, my wife's she's only a little lady.
As I said, mate, you'd have to come in and have a look. Look, I'm going to have to go. I've got a customer waiting at the counter.
Well, you go and give them some curry then.
I will.
Good on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Short, clean jokes, please. Paul's called in. G'day, buddy.
Hey, good on, guys.
Go for it, mate.
Georgie Best lay in hospital, and the doctor comes up to him and he says, Georgie, I've got a bit of bad news and a bit of good news for you.
He says, oh, give me the bad news. He says, you've only got an hour to live. He says, well, what's the good news? He says, it's happy hour.
It's great, Paul.
Cracker of a joke,
Thank
Paul.
you, mate.
I like that one. Mike, g'day, mate.
G'day, how are you?
Good, buddy. Go for it.
Two guys walking around the supermarket and they collide their trolleys together. And the first one says, sorry, mate, I wasn't concentrating. I was looking for my wife. The other bloke says, well, so was I can't find her. And the first one says, well, maybe we can help each other. What does your wife look like? He says, she's 5'10", big boobs, she's wearing a tank top and hot pants. What does yours look like? He says, doesn't matter, mate, let's look for yours.
Let's keep these jokes coming.
G'day, Merrick and Rosso with you. We've got a whole stack of short, clean jokes.
Ken has called in. How you doing there, Ken?
Good, how are you?
Good, mate. Joke for us?
What's the difference between the English soccer team and a tea bag?
Dunno.
Tea bag stays in the cup longer.
They stayed in there
good one.
longer
Here
than
we
we
go.
did there. Thanks, guys.
If you have a green ball in your right hand and a green ball in your left hand, what do you have?
I don't know.
Kermit the Frog's undivided attention.
Oh,
God, I love a joke book.
That was good. No, you made that up.
I've not heard that one before.
That's funny.
Grant, g'day, mate.
How you going?
Good, buddy. Joke for us?
Mate, there's a bloke that goes into his local doctor and he's got this massive big cane toad fixed onto his forehead, stuck to him, and the doctor looks and he says, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He said, how did it start? And the frog chirped up and he said, well, it was like a wart on my arse, actually, Doc.
Socceroos legend Tim Cahill found himself answerable to a youngster.
How come you did the first goal?
I did the first goal. That's a really good question. I did the first goal because I wanted to be the first goal scorer in the World Cup of Australian football.
The word of the week was turkey slapping.
Channel 7's had a look at this and decided to put turkey slapping into a few of its hit programs just to give them a shot in the arm.
Yep.
Desperate Housewives.
Carlos, what are you doing? Oh, hi.
There was trouble at Wimbledon.
With the uniforms, when the linesmen have been bending over, the slacks have been ripping open.
It'd be funny if you're sitting in the audience at Wimbledon, though. You know, it gets really quiet.
Bends open,
Rip their
slips your pants, out comes your double faults.
Friend of the show, Sophie Monk, called in.
Hey, I met Brad Pitt the other day.
And how was that?
It was a killer. I died.
How handsome is he in real life, so?
It's like disturbing. I feel ripped off in life that I will never ever be able to date him.
All week, callers dived into the realm of threesomes with their partners.
Hello.
Hi, Beth, how are you going?
Alright.
Do you want to have a threesome?
No!
Oh, Mitch, you're shit. That was the worst I have ever heard.
Oh, I really eased her into it, didn't you? Hi, baby. Do you want to have a threesome?
And Rosso put his own fate on the line in the State of Origin decider.
Sammy, if Queensland win tonight, I'll run along Anzac Bridge in my Superman undies tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm taking off the tracksuit pants right now.
Off you go, Rosso. Oh, Rosso, keep running, sport.
The only thing that would make this sweeter is if we could just get Rosso to do a big "Go Queensland" at the top of his voice. Go Queensland! There's a tourist taking photos of him.
It's always been their dream to have a photo of Smallville.
Thanks for listening to the Merrick and Rosso podcast. Email any feedback to podcast@nova969.com.au or check out our MySpace at www.myspace.com/Merrick and Rosso podcast.